Hi, and welcome to HUR at Home Music and More Night. We're going to go on vacation, so we decided to do it big tonight. You picked a good night to be here. We've got two major stars here with us, Kevin Ross and Major right behind Kevin. So once this is over, don't go anywhere because it ain't over. And Kevin Ross, he is always my favorite. I'm always like, okay, is Kevin around? can we get Kevin on the show? So we've had him on a couple times, and believe me, we're going to have him every time he says yes. So he said yes to us tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, the DMV's, I should say, one of the princes of the DMV. Please welcome Kevin Ross.
Thank you so much. Thank y'all for having me.
Aw, are you blushing with that introduction?
Yes, I'm very much so blushing. You know what I mean? I say three times the charm. This is the third, you know what I mean, interview that we're doing. So this is great. This is
It
amazing.
really is great. And it's so wonderful. It's always great having you. And, your WHUR family just loves you so much. It's not just me, although I've got so much love for you. But I gotta say, we all definitely do. And hey, Marcella. Marcella says, good evening. Oh, enjoy the vacation. I know. It's gonna be fun. But before that, I mean, I love doing this too, especially talking to artists like yourself. So you're
Mhm.
doing well. You got new music out.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, I need to know all about that. I mean, I remember first time I heard you, I think it was Long Song Away, and
Yes.
we were playing it like crazy on
Yes.
WHUR. And people are like, yeah, he's from the DMV. I'm like, what?
That's right.
So just
All the
learning
way.
your story. I mean, just, for those who are just now getting to know Kevin Ross, give us a
Mhm.
little, just the quick, short version of your musical career.
Oh yeah. I'm from Washington, D.C. I'm a singer-songwriter, producer, and label owner of Art Society Music Group. Yes, I had a number one record called Long Song Away back in 2017. I was signed to a major label called Motown. Shortly after that, I asked for my release and I decided to go my own way and live by my own terms, do business by my own terms. And kind of worked out. Kind of worked out. Started with a couple records like "Looking for Love," which went top 10 on Billboard R&B. Same thing with a song called "Sweet Release." So
Mm,
now we're top 10 with a record called "Look My Way."
yeah.
And so, we're moving right along. And I've worked with some amazing people as a writer and producer. I've had some amazing experiences and worked with some amazing people, some of my heroes. And it just so happens that I'm from Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And who would have known that a little kid that came out of Duke Ellington School of the Arts
Oh,
would
yes.
do some cool stuff.
Oh,
So
you did some really cool stuff. And I love you know what? I just said, tell us about you. You're like ready. You didn't have to think about, well, I'm gonna do this. You got the whole
oh
I
yeah, look, time is of the essence. So
it
I got to
is.
strike when the iron's hot. The
You're
elevator pitch.
taking it
Come on.
out. Okay. You're like, what else you want to know? Oh,
Yes,
listen,
yes,
WHUR family, our program director is here right now. Al Payne, he loves you.
yes, yes, yes. Thank
Yeah. Hey, Al.
you.
Yeah, so you said a lot just then, and let's just back up a little bit. I mean, just I'm so proud of what you're doing, and being an independent artist is not for the weak. It is not for the faint of heart. If you're not in it to win it, and self-motivated, and all of that stuff, and know the business part of the music business, right? I mean, you can't do it. So let's talk about that. First of all, what made you decide to ask for that sweet release from Motown? Like what I did there?
I like it. I like it a lot.
But yeah, what
Um, it was the writing on the wall. You know what I mean? In the sense that I kind of felt a shift that was happening within the label, and certain things just wasn't making sense. And the thing is, if a major label owns your masters 100% of it, you would do everything that you can in order to get your money back and to put your artist and your product in the best position possible. And I thought that they weren't putting it in the best position possible.
mm,
Um, things like exhausting budgets and stuff like that. I'm like, well, if we're having some success, then you're going to find the money somewhere. And so instead of having those conversations with them, I decided, and let's be very clear, not just me deciding, but God kind of putting it on my heart because I was gonna ride it out to say, no, time is now. Ask for your release, and a year and a half later, they granted it to me, and I started my journey. But I really wanted to get a full gamut of what my worth was and what I could contribute as a complete artist, and not so limited to everyone else's expectation of me. So I'm glad that I had the experience with a major label, and it's all love. But I am definitely enjoying myself a lot more as an independent artist.
Ooh, I love that. And that is exciting. Hey, Elfrida, I hope I'm saying it right. Elfridia, love you too. And she says, congratulations to you, Kevin. You've got all this love here in the comments. I
Thank
love
you.
the fact that you had the courage to do that with Motown, because it does take courage. A lot of people, the comfort of having the machine behind you, that they're afraid to just kind of break free or even ask for, your freedom with that. So let's talk about this journey. So here you are, Kevin Ross just left Motown, huge label, and, it takes a lot of resources to make it work.
Yeah. I luckily I had some success as a writer, and so I had things saved away. And I didn't think that I was gonna like use any of it or like exhaust so much of it, but I did. I exhausted a lot of it just trying to get my company off of the ground and just try to navigate and figure things out. And so it was definitely scary. It was an uncharted territory for me. And hence the first project that I came out with as an independent artist was called Audacity.
Perfect
And so
word.
my life was a true testament to that. Every step that I was taking was audacious. It was new. It was like, half bravery, half, uncertainty, but still just, moving forward, and so it paid off. Let's just say that it paid off by sticking to what I believed in and really keeping really smart people around me. I needed a business mentor. I didn't need a music mentor, but I needed a business mentor to guide me and to, make sure that when I make a decision that it is the most informed decision that I can make. And so, understanding the pros and cons and weighing that out to say, okay, well, if you do this, then, this could be, the result of it. And so I'm grateful for those who came into my life on the business and to really guide me and lead me in that right direction. So,
Smart, very smart to do that. I mean, I guess a similar story when I used to be in radio advertising sales and but I did a lot of voiceovers, and I'd always want to just be on the programming side and not, but the money was so seductive. I made a lot of money. I was like, okay, maybe next year I'll do it. And then something happened where the management and I didn't really agree. I had bought my mom tickets to take her to Paris for Mother's Day. And the sales manager is like, oh no, we need all hands on deck, blah, blah, blah. And I told them long ago, this was going to be my vacation. I bought the tickets. Actually, I took my mom and my sister, booked the hotel, paid it in advance, and they're going to tell me I can't go. I was like, okay, do I disappoint my mom? Or maybe this is a message from God that it's time, now or never. And like you, I stepped out there on faith, which, I was so happy I did it, but it was scary that first couple months, just not knowing, if things were going to happen. But so many things just opened up. That's when I started working at WHUR. I started working on BET. I got this TV show in Baltimore. So many things just happened that if I weren't free, it never would have come. So
come on.
Right? you got to listen to that still small voice within.
Absolutely.
And pay attention to the signs, right? When it's time, it's time. When it's your time, it's your time.
Absolutely. And you can't ignore it. And you can't ignore it.
It's not wise to ignore it. Oftentimes I've ignored it and it didn't work out well for me when I don't listen to the intuition, right? That's I think that's a constant. So Kevin, again, every time you're on here. I'm just so happy. I love your vibe. You're so smart. You're so talented. You even look smarter because you got glasses now.
Yeah, I got my frames on. Yes.
I'm digging the new look. Or maybe you've always had them. You just don't put them on.
Yeah, things have changed. So I wear a lot more shades of glasses now for
Oh, is
sure.
that right? Oh, I love it. So, the first time you did this, you had your keyboard and you
Mhm.
turned it into like a lounge situation.
Yes.
And it was so, so nice. It was really beautiful. But then the second time you came, we talked just like now. And so I'm saying all that to say, if at any point you want to sing, darling, this is your platform. I
Yes,
just want
ma'am.
you to know that and just feel relaxed. So,
Oh yeah, look, I want to let everybody know, hey, to all of my rosters that are in the building right now, I got so much love for you. I did get a message from the rosters that there's one particular roster that I need to shout out. Her name is Peaches, and she's from Dallas, Texas. Hello, Peaches. If you're watching, I'm sending you all the love in the world. I know that you're not able to come to see me perform, but I just wanted to show love right now. So if Peaches is not on here, JT or Jay, please make sure that they get this clip for her. Peaches from Dallas, so
oh,
much love for you. I'm sorry, I just had to,
no,
you know,
that's so nice.
do a
Listen,
brief turn right
I got
there.
a message for Peaches too. That once you do learn about this is going to be on WHUR's Facebook page and YouTube forever. So all you need to do is go to WHUR's Facebook page and YouTube. I think it's also on WHUR.com. So she will see and hear that beautiful message. How thoughtful. I mean, I didn't even know about the rosters, but now I guess I'm an unofficial roster. I'm a roster too. I love that. That's good branding right there. So,
Thank you.
okay, Kevin, you got to tell me all about Midnight Microdose. I love that
Yes,
title. That's your
thank
new
you.
project, right?
Yes, ma'am. Midnight Microdose Volume 1 just came out. So for those who don't know, please stream, please purchase. And it's a vibe, and it's people are really responding well to it. So I'm really excited about that.
Well, if Look My Way is any indication, that's the first release.
Yes.
Um, so you want to tell us what's coming out next, or is that
Ah, yes.
secret?
No, that's not a secret. Midnight Microdose Volume 2 is coming out um in the early fall. And so, of course, I got to have a single that leads up into
Oh,
that. And so I'm looking forward to dropping that in July, either like late July, early August.
yeah.
It just,
Okay,
it,
nice.
it depends. It depends. But, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited about this whole series of Midnight Microdose. So it's 3 projects, volume 1, volume 2, and then the encapsulated album. And so, I really just enjoy giving my audience like samples of music
Mm,
first. At times, it's very frustrating to them because my songs are very brief. And I know that, and I've heard them, and I've seen all of the comments. And so I wanted to dedicate a project to that. And so, hence Midnight Microdose. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to lean into the whole concept of making these like short and sweet and brief records. And for
nice.
those that for the songs that they love, then I'll expand and expound and, really kind of build a world around it. So I really have a great time with not only just interacting on a social level with them, but even musically, um, they can kind of communicate with me in that way as well. And so
Yeah.
it makes the projects a little more personal when they listen to them because they know that they've had something to do with it. Like, even with my rosters, maybe a year ago, every time I record a new project, I go through this like purge, a creative purge.
Hmm.
And so I'll just do a slew of records,
Mhm.
and then I will create like a what do you call it? It's like a survey. And
Oh,
so in the
nice.
survey, I will put new music in the survey. And so they get to preview all of these songs. And it just so happened to Look My Way was one of the songs that was in there. It was, it had a different kind of feel and different
Very
production to it.
smart.
Yeah. And so they were able to listen to, songs that will never come out, never see the light of day, but it allows for me to kind of get a pulse of what they like, what
Right.
they're on. And so then I can really lean into that and build the
Hmm.
world around the things that they like. And so I pay attention to those things. So they
I
pointed
can
out, look my way,
yeah.
and we started from there.
It's very, very, very smart. So whoever your business mentor is, they are on the ball and you are paying attention front and
Yes,
center,
yes.
right? I mean, because you're talking directly to your audience, your fans,
Mhm.
your the people who support your music. So you're saying, this is my music, this is what I'm giving,
Yeah,
but out of all of this, what's your favorite? And that's what you're giving them. That's very
absolutely.
good. I love it. So I like the concept of the volume 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that each volume has a theme. Like, how is volume 1 going to be different from volume 2 and 3?
Volume one dealt with a lot of like sensuality.
Mhm.
Um,
You're known for that.
yeah. And then volume two deals with a lot of duality in the sense of kind of me fighting for clarity. And so
Mm.
I finally get there, in volume two.
Ah,
But when people listen to volume two, from the start of it, you can tell there's a duality that's there. Like, we end off volume one in a sensual place, but still kind of like a yearning, a longing for.
mm,
The
yeah.
record is called "Don't Pretend" that we ended off of, and so I kind of just really fall into the rabbit hole from there with volume two, and
Mm.
I got to claw my way out of there. And
Ah,
so we finally get the clarity. So I'm really excited about the story and the journey that we're telling.
yeah.
And so I've been having fun. I've been having fun just
Sounds
building
like
the world out, and now I'm excited even more because we're actually going to take it on the road. And
oh,
so so we're just building slowly but surely as far as like different ideas and concepts and looks and all kind of stuff. So what we're gonna call it a midnight micro tour, and so we're gonna build that out, and I'm pretty sure we'll probably hit the road like first thing top of next year
very,
once like the
very
full
good.
project is out. So I'm excited.
That's really
Surprise!
exciting. I mean, it sounds like it's a full-on volume 1, 2, 3, a full-on relationship. Because with
Yeah,
Look My Way, that's like the beginning. Everybody's,
yeah,
feeling infatuated and, everybody's perfect when it's the
yeah,
beginning. You're so perfect,
yes.
And so I suspect, as you get into it, things develop and evolve.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
love
people, I think with any relationship, it's all what you always see the representative first. You always see the
absolutely.
person that you really want to be,
Right.
but you may not really be that person
Right.
inside and out. And so, you get the representation of that person, and then, however long later, you really get to see who they really are.
Unravels. You
Yeah. So,
oh, I didn't know that about you. Not sure I
exactly.
but okay. That's you though, right? What happened to the other guy? Oh, that's so
Oh,
funny though. I mean, just, when you're dating, that happens a lot, if not almost always. I mean,
yeah.
there are degrees, because I think
Yes.
everybody a little bit. I mean, you're putting on your best self. You want the person to like you and everything.
Yeah.
But some people are just like, it's a whole different person. You're like, now who are you? You
Yeah.
weren't acting like that before. So how crazy does it get? Like, by the time you get to volume 3 in the
Uh,
relation I mean, can you say?
I well, I think volume one and two will it will expose the whole like spectrum, and
Yeah.
then it's just about in an album filling in the blanks and then
Ah,
extending things like so like the intro to volume one people really enjoyed, and they're very upset with me that it's brief. So what I ended up doing what I ended up
come
doing
on.
was I had I ended up putting out Look My Way as the first single, and then I did a record called Show and Prove, and those did really well. And then the third single, I remember talking to my product manager, and it was like, "So what record are you going with?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go with the intro." And it was like, "Well, that's not a record, that's an intro." I said, "I know." I said, "But the project is called Midnight Microdose." And I was like, "I really want to send that message out." And the whole team was just up in arms, like calling me like, "Kev, I don't think this is a good idea. I think this is like, you're really leading people on. Like this song is only 44 seconds." I'm like, "That's good." I said, "Because it's going to create conversation around it." And that's what it did, you know, because by the time that people got into the song, it was over.
Janetta writes, "Best 40 seconds of my life." Oh, I love it. I mean, and these are the kinds of things you can do when you're an independent artist. You can take these risks, and you have a vision. Everybody isn't necessarily on board with your vision, but once it's successful, people catch up real quick.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Kevin, I'm so proud of you. And I'm so happy that you're here with us tonight. And so are all of our listeners and viewers, and they're hitting you up on the comments. I mean, I don't know that our comments have ever been so active. I love it. I love it. Thank you all for just being here tonight with us. So, you know, it's a double feature tonight. Your buddy is up next. And so you and Major, you know each other.
Yes, we went to Berkeley College of Music together. When I came in as a freshman, he was a senior. And so he was known as Major Choir Boy Johnson. I don't even know if I was supposed to say that.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so he
Choir Boy Johnson. We're never going to let him forget that now. Thank you. Thank you for that.
But he's always been a leader. He's always been an amazing artist. And so he's always done this thing, like, in school, outside of that. So I'm really not surprised to see where he is. So yeah, that's my guy for sure. So shout out to Major as well. Yeah.
And he's got nothing but love for you as well.
Yes.
So before we let you go, is there any words of inspiration? I know you said you were struggling with a little bit of a sore throat. It could be that air is so unhealthy.
Yo, it is really bad.
Oh, it's been getting really me too. Oh my gosh,
that could be it. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's
what could be it.
Yeah. Yes. But stay hydrated. Really.
Oh yeah.
When you go outside, don't be embarrassed to wear a mask, because I'm with it. That's the only thing that's saving me. I'm like, you know what? Until this air cleans back up, then I'll take my mask off.
Absolutely.
But I was going to say, if the honey ain't doing what it needs to do, we need air quality. But if you want to sing, or if you want to say something inspiring, whatever you want to do, we're all your rosters are here for it.
Yes. Rosters, you understand that if I could sing, I would sing. But right now, I'm struggling. However, let's see what we got.
Yay! That was real excitement right there.
Okay.
Oh,
let's
love
see.
You, Kevin.
Stevie Wonder. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got a thing, but some don't know how to handle it. Always reaching out in vain, just thinking of things that we've having. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, mama. 'Cause I'll be standing on your side when you check it out. When you get off your trip, don't you worry about a thing.
My goodness. That was beautiful. Thank you. Oh, man. Oh, you got me speechless over here. That was beautiful. And then you set us up I was ready to hear somebody all hoarse and coughing in the middle of it.
Oh no. It's not deathly, but you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to preserve. I got some shows coming up. I got Houston. Wait, is that right? Houston, Seattle, and
Nice.
Austin coming up. So I gotta.
You got to preserve, but you gave us a little something. Oh, and Tiana said, that don't sound like a struggle. Stop being modest. I'm with her. Oh, with a sore throat and singing his face off. Exactly. I'm thinking the same thing. Oh, and somebody said, Janetta said, this is truly a flex. I'm hating. Oh, Kevin, your voice is beautiful. Protect that instrument. And thank you for spending the time. Shout out your social real fast.
Yes, at Kevin Ross Music on all social media platforms except TikTok. My TikTok is I am Kevin Ross. We're gonna start some interesting things on TikTok as well. But yes, for those who don't follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, it is Kevin Ross Music, and my website is kevinrossmusic.com for all things Kevin Ross.
Ooh, I love it. We love all things Kevin Ross. Love you so much. Thank you for being here with us tonight. This is so much fun. And thank you all for being here with us too. I know you didn't want to miss this. I sure didn't want to miss it. But stick around because up next, Major, right here on HUR at Home. See you in a minute. Hi, and welcome to HUR at Home Music and More. This is where WHUR brings you the best in entertainment. Sometimes, we have artists who are on stage, on television, mostly recording artists that you love, like tonight. Oh my gosh, it is absolutely major. No, really, it's major. Major is coming. So, ladies and gentlemen, I could not wait until tonight. Grammy-nominated platinum artist. He's amazing, and he's all ours. Please welcome Major.
Woo! Listen, and that was quite an introduction. I thank you so very much. Let's make sure that Major is all caps with the period in that lower third. I need the people to know.
With the period, I always write it all caps, but I don't know that I remember the period.
All caps with the period. And I'm going to tell you why I added that period, because it distinguishes it in the Google searching whenever you're, trying to search, because Major will get lost amongst a bunch of other things. But I also capitalized every letter because I meant that. And I really wanted to embrace, the meaning behind my name that my mom prayed when she named me Major. So, yeah.
So beautiful. And I bet most people don't believe that's really your name.
They don't. They think I'm just being clever.
Yeah, clever. And
but the only clever thing is that I've capitalized every letter and put a period behind it. That's it.
Your mom knew what she was doing. Yeah. I am so proud of you. I mean, actually, this is not my first time meeting you. I can thankfully say, when we started doing this whole digital connecting with our audience, you were one of the first artists to jump on board and support. And so I got a chance to meet you on HUR at Home.
Absolutely did. And I remember then the good time. It was pretty special, because we were going through some crazy times. And really not knowing what was next. And I remember that session just bringing and reviving hope. So I appreciate it. Me being the hope dealer.
I was going to say that. I want to know about that. How did you become the hope dealer, and what does that mean to you?
Well, I will say that all my life I had to fight. No, all my life I had to hope. All my life I had to hope. Hope made the difference for me. I didn't come from, affluent means by any stretch, but I did come from a lot of love. And my mom was always one to help us to realize that we could always have more than what is our present current circumstance. And that comes by way of faith, by way of hope, hard work, excellence. And so I leaned into it. And I've been about it all the more when my mom told me just before I graduated from the Berklee College of Music, the meaning behind my name, that she prayed I'd make a major impact on the world,
Oh.
that hope was my life assignment.
Mhm.
Fast forward to me moving to Los Angeles. I get a write-up with Yahoo Music. Billy Johnson, the journalist, said that I am, in an article, that I am filling the void of inspiration in mainstream music. And he says he's the hope dealer. He's bringing hope to the conversation. And I said, that works. And I
Yes, it
like it a lot.
does. And what a beautiful thing, Major. I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't grow up in a wealthy environment either, but
Hmm.
there was also a lot of love and a lot of,
Yes,
belief, and a lot of strength was poured into me and my
absolutely.
and it goes a long way because you really are unstoppable.
Ah, listen,
I mean,
hope is powerful. Hope is an anchor. It's a carrier, it's a keeper, it's a deliverer into the very thing that you believe for. Um, and it's made the difference in my life, and it's shown up in so many ways to be true, that hope produces results. And
mhm.
my journey has literally been great evidence of just that.
Yeah, I mean, from the very beginning, of course, everyone loves your voice. Your
Uh,
falsetto is just unmatchable. It's
what
so
you mean that this is why I love you.
yeah.
You, this is why I love you. Yeah, you're talking
Oh,
about that?
what you trying to do over here? Like I have to work the rest of the night. Now I'm just no good.
Listen,
Um,
we're at home, so you can get comfortable.
I'm comfortable. That is
Yes,
that is
indeed.
absolutely yes, that is exactly what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
And that I'm sure was a song that many had demanded was played at their wedding. And
Yeah,
right?
including my own. My wife, she insisted that I sing it, and we have it at our wedding. And I was like, "Are you sure? I don't want to make this, about my music." But she embraced it. Like, she used many of my songs to even soundtrack most of the wedding. It was an incredible time, and of course, like yourself, who got married, during
Mhm.
just outside of the pandemic.
Yeah.
For me, I was in the thick of it. August 8th, 2020,
Oh,
we were able
yeah.
to
Oof.
host it, yeah, in Texas, in my home state, in our home state. And Why I Love You, by way of string quartet, walked her up the
Oh,
aisle. And then during the first dance, I serenaded her and played it, and the quartet joined me. It was beautiful.
oh, I can just imagine. I would have been just crying like a baby if I were her.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I was marrying Major, it's like, oh, there's no doubt you're gonna sing.
Well,
Please
I
sing.
listen. I wanted to be clear that it was her decision, her final
Okay.
decision. I was like, surely we can find another song, and she says,
Mm-mm.
"I want that song," and I'm like,
And I want you
"You
to
got
sing
it.
it.
You're
Thank
my."
you.
I found my Why I Love You, and if my Why I Love You wants me to sing a song that absolutely uh, scores, the beauty of our story, absolutely,
Mhm.
let's
That
go
is
for it.
that is beautiful. And are people requesting that you come to their
Oh
wedding
yeah.
and sing? Did you get a lot? I bet you got a lot of
Oh
work.
yeah, that's probably my greatest demand of
Mhm.
performances, to do weddings. We of course can't do all of them, but we do a few throughout the year.
Right,
And it's an honor. It's crazy because some people think I'm only saying yes to the famous people that ask,
right.
but I actually, we learn about their story, and if we have availability on the calendar, we will consider. And so, I know that there's been famous folks where I'm like, nah, I don't. I think y'all are just doing this marriage thing just for, just for a presentation. It's
Oh,
performative. And so I love to champion and surprise the everyday folks that
yeah.
go out on a limb and try to book me, and they're like, he really said yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
and they'll remember that the rest of their lives.
absolutely.
Yeah. And so you're doing so many things. And I love that you're, just really blessing a lot of people with your presence and with your music. Let's talk about your new music. Let's talk about Baby Will You Love Me. Now, we love it because we, as I said, we've been rocking with you from the very beginning. So
Listen,
we're loving your music, but tell us all about that. Did you write it, the whole thing?
I did that one. I wrote all the lyrics and melody for a lot of my songs. I co-write,
Okay.
but this one, just like Why I Love You, I was the primary lyrical writer and a melodic writer. I worked, of course, with the same producer as Why I Love You, Harmony Samuels, and he brought in his partner JV. But I love this song. It's another love anthem in my book. And I just give people, a soundtrack to celebrate love again.
Ooh, I love that. You know what? It's no wonder that the likes of, one of my favorite people on the planet, Stevie Wonder,
Oh,
from
yeah.
the very beginning, he believed in you. You want to tell us a little bit about how that relationship started, your friendship with him, and how you came on his radar?
Well, crazy enough, a few people had tried to connect me with Mr. Stevie throughout the years. And I remember one time, actually a funny story, the first time I ever interacted with him, I was in high school, and he came to an event in Houston, and he came into the room, and I'm noticing everyone's getting quiet in the room, and I'm making jokes, and I'm like, now y'all were laughing pretty hard, of course.
Right.
And all of a sudden a hand is on top of my head, and I'm like, why is everybody quiet? And I look up, and it's Stevie Wonder, and he says, can I sit here? And I said, yes, sir, absolutely. And so, how full circle to reconnect with him when he heard my song, Why I Love You, being played on his own radio station in LA, KJLH. And Tammy Mack,
I
my
love
heart.
her. That's my
Don't you
girl.
love her? Isn't she
Oh,
great?
God, yeah.
She let him know that was a song that everybody's requesting. And he was like, I love that song. He reaches out to me and, said, this song, I believe, will be the wedding love song for years to come. And he says, and I know what you're singing about. Keep writing and singing about love, because God will be there, because God is love. And let me tell you something. In that moment, I realized that a master of love songs had just given me the key to his formula.
Yeah.
He writes from the God perspective of love.
Yeah.
And anytime, this is what I've learned, because for those that don't know, Why I Love You was a love letter I wrote to God, and love wrote me back.
Oh.
Because I wanted to help people understand how to do love on earth as it is in heaven. And
that's so beautiful, Major. It's pure. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And the wild thing is, I realized that as he was telling me to continue to write and sing about love, because God is love and God will always be there, he writes from the God perspective of love. And that's why it connects with so many. Because anytime you come from a reference point of the Creator, it's bound to reach the heart of creation.
That's right. Yeah.
And so I lean into it in all of my music. It comes from a very spiritually centered reference point, that I want people to know that we all have access to this beauty, this hope in love, life, and in future.
How beautiful. You are definitely right on track. And did he call it? Yes.
Yeah.
He called it.
He did. And Mama Patti LaBelle called it too. She called me shortly thereafter, and I didn't know her from anywhere. And she called and said, where did you come from? Because that I like a whole lot.
Okay.
And if you keep doing that, you're going to be here for a long time.
Oh my, masters. The masters are talking to you. It's as if they're saying, all right, we get it. Finally, somebody's here who's like us. He gets it. They wanted to
Been
make sure
amazing.
that you knew
Yeah,
that they're kind of passing on the torch a little bit.
absolutely, absolutely.
Mm.
It's been a beautiful journey. I'm an independent artist, signed to an independent label. Definitely not the script that I have for myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as a matter of fact, I thought I was going to be a gospel artist.
Okay.
But I made a promise when the doors opened in mainstream that if I cross over, I'm taking the crossover with me.
Okay.
They're going to see the light. I'll be
Mm.
the light. And so I've been afforded opportunity to sing about this balanced love perspective and hope perspective in spaces that normally wouldn't embrace it.
Mm.
But they dig it when they get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of the reach people where they are concept.
Yeah.
Right? I love that. I love
Yeah.
it. So, all right. You know, I know you sang just a little bit. What we oftentimes do is ask the artist to, first of all, give their social media.
Yeah.
And then if there's anything you want us to know about you, or if you want to just say something inspiring, or if you feel like singing.
Well, you heard the new song, Baby, Will You Love Me? And it says, tell me, baby, 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 will you love me, love me, love me, love me forever, forever and always. And this is the first verse. When she walked in, she took the wind and nothing else around us mattered. Gave her my hand, and when we danced, that's when I knew I found the answer. She stole my heart in record time. A beauty like a joy divine. She hypnotized me. She got me and I didn't mind. So tell me, baby, 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 will you love me, love me, love me, love me forever, forever and always? Ooh, ooh. Yeah, that's Baby, Will You Love Me? And more specifically, Sweet Angela. This is the lead track on my new EP, June 9th, available everywhere, The Hope of My Soul.
Ah, that is so perfect.
My EP is a collective of songs that are special. I promise you, make sure that your people get The Hope of My Soul, available everywhere they get their music. They can pre-save it right now. It drops June 9th everywhere.
I can't wait.
It's special.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's
Major, you know we love you so much. Thank you
indeed.
for just that beautiful blessing and serenade.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Before we say goodbye, where can people connect with you on social?
Now that's Major everywhere. NOWTHATSMAJOR. If you're looking for me on Google or any of those search engines, capitalize every letter and add a period, and you'll find me much quicker. Also, nowthat'smajor.com is my website. Tune in, lock in with me. I promise you I won't let you down. I'm doing everything I can to lean into purpose unapologetically.
Unapologetically. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you are definitely welcome. What a blessing. Now that's Major. He just told us all. He's got this new music that's dropping June 9th.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm going to be front and center getting mine.
The Hope of My Soul. Say it with me, Angela.
The hope of my soul. Ooh.
I'm a soul singer, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That's soul, that's R&B, that's gospel, that's folk, that's all of it. It's Major, unapologetically. Yeah.
I love it. The hope of my soul. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us.
You.
Everybody, thank you. And, feel free to comment. This is going to live on HUR at Home on our website, WHUR.com, Facebook, and our YouTube forever. So feel free to comment as much as you'd like. Oh, we so appreciate you, Major. This was a fun conversation. He even sang. I feel so special. Actually, he sang to all of us. I can't just hog it all up. Thank you for keeping us your #1 music station in the DMV. You know, we love you so much. I'm Angela Stribling. Have a good night. Bye.